Good morning, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News, and we have a Bachelorette recap hometowns edition. Last night, Jenn went to 4 different hometowns. One man didn't make it, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. No edits, no jump cuts, just me, you, and these bros. We start with Devin. Let's click over to Devin. Oh, that's not it. Here it is. There's Devin, and they go on a jog. Devin brings Jenn on a jog, his running club. Is your heart tired? Because it's been running through my mind all day, or whatever stupid pickup line they probably use. By the way, there's 2 types of people in this world, those that like to run and those that don't. I feel like this is a non-runner right here that they cast for the show, and she's like, all right, I'll do it for a paycheck. But either way, I mean, running is a choice, and I didn't peg Devin as a runner. Either way, that's where they are. Maybe he's not. Who knows? Devin tells Jenn his family isn't lucky with relationships, and then Devin tells his stepdad he is in love with Jenn, but he's afraid to tell her. So that's kind of your standard storyline there, like being afraid to, share your mood. Jenn tells Devin's family she believes he is emotionally intelligent, which, again, I don't know. I mean, I don't know these people. I wouldn't peg Devin as the emotionally intelligent one. He was the one getting in dumb spats with some of the guys. I would have actually said the new Bachelor, Grant, was the emotionally intelligent one. He was the one who didn't get into any drama with anybody. But whatever. When you like somebody, you will paint any flags green. At the end of their date, Devin spills to Jenn that he loves her, and he says, I love you, which, is a big deal. That's a big deal. Impressive. Jenn doesn't say it back, respectfully. No one is surprised. Some seasons, the lead says it back, but then it becomes too obvious who they pick, or it's like either say it to nobody or say it to everybody. Looking at you, Clayton Eckert. But either way, happy for Devin there. Pretty flawless date. And then we move on to Jeremy. Although that's not Jeremy. That's hold on. Do we miss Jeremy? We totally, maybe there isn't anything from Jeremy. Wouldn't that be funny as if I don't have any Jeremy stuff? Because why would I? There's really not much to say. All right, fine. I have no Jeremy images. Let's just get into it. We go to the Jeremy date. Jeremy takes Jenn to a grocery store to eat a lobster roll. That's so New England. I mean, I'm here in Rhode Island. I've had nothing but fried clam cakes and chowder and fish and chips. I mean, these aren't, these are white trash coastal foods. For everyone who thinks, oh, you're part of the coastal elite. No, clam chowder is anything left over goes in it. We got potatoes. Why do we put potatoes into clam chowder? Who knows? Throw it in the pot. There's some scallions. All right. Jeremy's sister says she doesn't think Jeremy would be ready for an engagement, and Jenn says that he has his walls up. Jeremy's mom says it's not a game, it's your life. Look, we love a skeptical mom, right? I mean, what do you want? The mom to say, oh yeah, here, take my son. You're on a dating show. You're verified on Instagram. I'm sure it'll work out. No. Moms, and on The Bachelor, you'll have the dads. They'll come in and they'll go, no, I don't think so. This isn't going to work out. And they saw Jeremy. Look, he's a catch. He doesn't need this. No offense to Jenn. It's got nothing to do with her. He doesn't need this being the whole show, the rigmarole of what it is. Jeremy's mom says it's not a game, it's your life. She says, don't forget, Jenn is dating 3 other guys. Jeremy says, yeah, but she was dating 24 other guys. That line feels, and it's very funny, but it feels very Dumb and Dumber when the lady's like, I wouldn't date you in a million years. And then they go, well, what about all that 1 in a million talk? That was kind of the same sort of vibe. Jenn says it scares her that his mom isn't super confident about the relationship. Yeah, that's because she's a smart mom. And look, I get what Jenn has to do here, but I hate it when the lead will twist the insecurities of the contestant's family when we know the lead also doesn't believe in this relationship. Let's be honest, if you're watching the recap, you watched the episode, it's not like Jeremy's mom was wrong, right? It's like, okay, maybe they could do some long-term dating, but is he ready to propose? No. Would she answer? No. Wasn't going to happen. All right, they head to San Diego to meet Jonathan's family. Here's where we pick it up with all these leg muscles. Can you compete? If the leg muscles are the key to a woman's heart, this guy's getting all the roses. Look at that. Nice toned calves. I mean, the whole thing's happening here. So they're in San Diego. Jonathan has that sweet leg tattoo. You can't see it from this angle. I want to know how far up the leg that tattoo goes. I mean, it's pretty. It's like, are we in the groin area? I mean, was that wrap around the old apparatus? Jonathan's brother's wife says they met on Tinder, and if it's the right person, time doesn't matter. It's like, sure, they met on Tinder, but also how many matches did they go through to get to each other on Tinder? You know what I mean? I get them because, oh, well, we met on Tinder. It's like, yeah, but also you probably went through 10,000 people versus Jenn is picking 1 out of 24. If you were given 24 options on Tinder, you would most certainly never find your match. You know what I mean? But either way, happy for them. Brother, he looks like the Christian version of him. He looks like the older kind of like accountant version of, I'm not here to, judge their appearance. He looks cute. He's a good looking guy. The she's like, don't say anything we're going to regret. You know what I mean? That's that look the wife always gives when you're about to tell a story that she swears you should never tell in public. Okay, we're moving it along. So the parents say that Jenn seems wonderful and speaks from the heart. Jonathan says he has worries. And is that what she wants me to see, or is it who she really is? So Jonathan's like, who's the real her? And then there's Jonathan getting a nice handhold from the mom. That's fine. That's okay. Do what you got to do. Mom looks pretty young, by the way. Good on her. Look, maybe I'm just getting old. These contestants keep on getting younger. Jonathan tells Jenn he's falling for her, and she says she's falling for him. That's as close as they get in the Generation Z to, sharing emotions. So they always say something like, I'm beginning to see a world in which we may fall in love. It's like, okay, you just can't commit. I understand they don't want to go there. She says they are on the right track for something real. I mean, could you be any more vague? We are on the right track. We have bought tickets for the bus station that leaves from the right terminal that might lead to a relationship built on, some think we'll call it love. What? Okay, anyway, let's go to Marcus in Tacoma. Oh, Marky in Tacoma doesn't have his adopted parents there, but he's got his sister and some chosen friends. Jenn says she can see herself falling in love with Marcus after the second one-on-one date. They won't get to meet his adopted parents. We meet Marcus's sister. Jenn tells everyone their timeline. They do the whole thing. Marcus says, I want you to know that I am falling for you. Doesn't say love, just says falling for you. Okay, I get it. We're skirting around the L word. I understand. The L word is like herpes for these folks. You don't want it. Not too early at least. I don't know. You don't want to scare somebody away and tell them you have love. That thing that comes around once in a while, that's love. I'm okay having love if you have love. Marcus tells his friends he's stuck between really liking someone and loving them. It's like, bro, your feelings are normal. I dated my wife for 7 years before we got engaged. We have a baby. Take your time. The show's timeline sucks. Everyone's different. Some people find their match on Tinder. Some take a while to work through their own stuff. It'll be okay. Everyone online will tell you, oh no, if it doesn't fit some perfect Notebook-esque style rom-com, it's not going to work. But trust me, there's a trillion different ways to find and build love with your partner. Not to say, no, and by the way, I told my wife I loved her very early on in our relationship, but that's because I wasn't afraid to say the L word. I remember I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this stupid thing where we wait and who's going to say it when. I'm telling you right now, I love you. I love you. And then her response was, thank you. And I was like, I'm going to go drown myself. I'm kidding. No, I was fine with it. I was like, look, I don't care. You don't have to say it now. And then I think she said it shortly thereafter, but there was no condition to it. A lot of times people say things like when Sam said, I love you. Remember, Sam said it last episode or 2 episodes ago. There was some condition to it. He was trying to win. And she was like, you got to go. And he's like, but I still love you? And she's like, it's over. And he's like, I no longer love you. She's like, I get it. So anyway, he tells Jenn he is falling for her. Marcus breaks down telling his sister he wants to be a father. She says that Jenn is good vibes. And the sister tells Marcus to try and let his guard down. Look, here's the deal. No matter how you slice it, Marcus needs therapy. We all need therapy. Go get some therapy. There's a lot of wounds there. All right. So, and you don't need to hear that from me, bro. That's just how it works. The 4 brothers sit down for brewskis and discuss how it went. I like this roundtable chat. By the way, those are very big beers. I could not handle all of those beers. That is, why is one of them, this one on the left is frosted, but these ones aren't. So maybe this one was recently poured. Who knows if they were actually drinking them? If that was cider, a lot of calories there. You can't maintain a good body with those calories. I'm telling you right now. It's one or the other. Either pick abs or pick this drink. You can't have both. So they sit down. Marcus says he feels behind with how he should feel compared to the other guys. And then the scene of the boys chilling right here. Look, it feels like a Love is Blind scene, which I'm fine with. It just feels like more real talk. Marcus looks like he's about to quit, but then we get to the rose ceremony. And of course, it ends with no rose for Jeremy. Are you surprised? He shouldn't be. But he's like, I thought we were doing the right thing. It's like, okay, Jeremy, come on, you had no shot. And he probably sees that now in hindsight once he watches the show. He's like, oh, yeah, I had no shot. He says, whoever wins this will take care of you, so I'm at ease. That's an elevated man. Good for him. Jeremy says he thought they were always on the same page, but she will always have a place in his heart. And then we see the preview for next week, which will be an episode on Monday, then a tell-all episode on Tuesday. So Fantasy Suites Monday. Tell-all episode Tuesday. But we see this crazy moment where it looks like Jen's going to tell Marcus she loves him, and he can't get there yet. Yikes. I don't know if we've ever seen that, where the lead says, I love you, and the contestant doesn't. I mean, good on him for not saying it just to say it. Looking at you, Sam. But either way, it's going to make for a very interesting ending. I'll be here to cover it all. This afternoon, I'll have more on the Rush Hour podcast. By the way, I did want to give a special shout out to all of our teachers' wish list. We have them right here. I'm going through all the teachers in our wish list. I'm almost done. If you haven't yet donated to any of these teachers, and you can, they're all members of our community, and they are helping build their classroom. We're buying gifts for them. Here's an update I got from somebody. I wanted to let you know that I received 2 new items today. Here are the photos. Blown away by the generosity. So these are coming into the different classrooms all because of you. We keep on getting the notifications. So if you haven't already, link in the comment section below. Please consider donating if you have the funds to any of those teachers, because we appreciate the support of Bachelor Nation. Thanks, folks. We'll be back with more content. I'll be with you this afternoon on the Rush Hour podcast. We'll see you then.